And then there is the supersonic. This is should resemble to a jet engine sound.
Okay.
And the funny thing about it is when you use the virtual gear shift, and you're on high throttle and you shift to the next gear, you will get a supersonic boom.
Really? Okay.
And yeah, exactly. It's really fun. We have this N-race mode here that optimizes the cooling also, and gives you other limits for the battery derating. So you can heat up the battery to higher temperatures before it uses its power. And then we have this endurance. So actually it already is in the endurance mode, and you can see it also on the screen. There is this NDR Plus, or Race Plus, it's here. No, on the top, Race Plus.
The race.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think the Plus stands for the endurance. If you switch to sprint, the Plus is gone. So with the endurance.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
So there's race and race plus.
Gotcha. So there was some of the cool screens then, weren't there? You flicked on something in it. Oh, here we go. So what's all this about then? So is this just customizable drive modes?
Let's first finish this endurance mode.
Go on then.
So in the endurance, race endurance, you have some optimized power settings. It doesn't give you the full peak power, but it gives you a very nice power map where you almost don't feel any difference. And our target is in this power map to go below 8 minutes on a Nürburgring launch line.
In the endurance mode?
In the endurance mode.
Wow. Cool.
So that you can do
two 8-minute laps in endurance mode. Okay.
So we're currently still working on the fine-tuning of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the target, and I'm
That's impressive for the weight of this car as well, and the speed you're going. That's really impressive. It's a big track. It's not a short a short circuit.
Okay, so yeah.
So all of this then, so I've got three different settings, have I?
So generally you have like different drive modes, from eco to normal to sport to N, which come with predefined settings. And then you can choose 2 custom modes, which you can configure for yourself.
Yes.
As in the other N cars as well. And there you see you have those different options that you can freely select independently of each other for your own preferences. So the motor means how the pedal map is, like the power on the accelerator pedal, and also how quick it comes in. So you will see in normal mode it's a little bit slower and it gets more aggressive. In the N mode it's the most aggressive. So you can select that one. Steering, it's how much support you get in steering, but it's not only just a different level of support, it's also a different character. So the more you go to the sporty settings, you will feel a more defined on-center feeling in the steering. For suspension, these are the CDC dampers. They have like different setups, so the base level will be higher, of course, in those modes, but behind that is also a very sophisticated control of the dampers, and also this is modified in these settings.
And is that 3 different base settings, or is it continually variable? Is it active?
It's still continuously variable. It's continuously acting,
it's active,
but the base level will be higher.
Okay.
And also how it acts will be a little bit different.
Okay.
The ELSD, it's a limited slip differential on the rear axle.
Rear axle only?
Rear axle only.
Okay.
So the front differential is open.
Okay.
But we have then some brake intervention on the spinning wheel.
You've got torque vectoring by braking.
Exactly.
Cool. Okay. And in terms of torque vectoring, true torque vectoring on the rear, or is it just by the ELSD? So can you power to independent wheels?
No, it's just by the ELSD.
Alright.
But you can create a kind of torque vectoring effect if you do it in the correct situation. Like for example, when you have a high lateral acceleration curve and the inner wheel is quite not so lifted, but doesn't have so much force on the ground, it will tend to spin. And if you then activate the ELSD, then you can actually transfer torque to the outer wheel. So, and then that will create torque vectoring effect, but it's always dependent on the normal forces of the wheels and the slip.
Okay. Cool.
ESC comes in 3 different modes, so like normal, sport, and off. Now the question comes, is off real off?
Yeah.
We had it always real off in all the other N class. Here, for the first time, we do some kind of TCS control still,
Okay.
but on a very, very high level.
Yeah.
This is just to give you a support to control the wheels, especially when you're on low move, like driving on snow, and you give it full throttle, as the motors are very powerful and they don't have a lot of inertia. Means they spin up so quickly and you cannot control it, because if they spin up to 200 kph immediately, and if you then lift off the throttle, it takes a while for them to come down again. So that is really hard then to control. And by adding some kind of TCS at a very high level, you will just cut the peaks of the wheel slip. So you can do whatever you want with the car, but still it's more controllable.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's about the ESC off mode. The head-up display, that's just what will be shown in the head-up display. That will change with this.
Oh yeah.
And NAS is the N-active sound.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can choose
So there's 3 different sounds.
Yeah, these are 3 different sounds. So I guess most of the enthusiasts will love the ignition sound. That comes close to an ICE engine. And it's really very emotional. You need to experience it when you drive it.
Yeah. Right.
Because when you just rev up here and stand still, there's not a lot of torque on the motors. Actually, in P it's none.
Yeah.
And normally the sound is connected to the torque of the motors. So if you're really driving and you get some torque, the sound is a little bit different in its character than when you just hear it now revving up.
Okay, so when we're stationary, it's linked to the throttle pedal.
Yeah.
But when you drive it, it's linked to the torque of the motor.
Yes.
Alright, cool.
Exactly. Then there is the Evolution sound. That is like a new definition of electric sound.
Okay.
And you might know that we built also a rolling lab for electric cars, the RM20E, which had like just rear-wheel drive, 800 horsepower e-motors, and it had a straight gear differential, so it had really a whining sound. And I drove that car and it really sounds like an electric race car.
Okay.
And the Evolution sound should be a little bit in this direction, to give you this electric race car feeling. Unfortunately, there's almost nobody who knows how an electric race car sounds nowadays. So maybe it's not so easy to understand the philosophy at the first place. But and then there is the Supersonic. This is should resemble to a jet engine sound.
Okay.
And the funny thing about it is when you use the virtual gear shift and you're on high throttle and you shift to the next gear, you will get a supersonic boom.
Really? Okay.
And yeah, exactly. It's really fun. The virtual gear shift itself is a very useful function. One might say, what's the use of it? Because it's all just virtual. But there's 2 things about it. First, if you don't have gears, you don't have a good imagination of the speed you're going. In the electric cars, they're also powerful and quick, but you don't really have the feeling for the speed. And if you add some gear shift that you actually know from your driving experience, it's much better than to estimate. Now I'm in third gear, like at 5,000. Okay, this is so and so fast, and it really helps you in driving. And the way we implemented it, I would say it's the best on the market, because we really mimic an ICE engine with all the jerks, with everything. You feel it when you shift. The shift is not completely smooth. You will feel some jerk, like if there's really some gears clicking in. And the power map is really related to the RPM and to what would be possible if you really had a real gear inside. And you also get this push feel that you might know from our DCT cars. So if you're on full throttle and you shift to the next gear, you get some push feel.
Okay.
We even implemented that.
Right.
And this is really a lot of fun, and it also helps you on the track.
Cool.
Wow.
And so these two custom modes, are they linked to these two buttons here, are they?
Now, these are freely configurable. Actually, I don't know how they configured it now, but you can select the functions here. Normally, we do like the lower button is the N mode.
Yeah.
So with the upper left button, you switch the modes.
Yeah.
Like normal, sport, and eco.
Yeah.
And if you want to go to the N mode, you take the lower button, lower left. That shows you N mode. And if you press it again, probably you get into custom. Yeah, right. So that's the first custom mode. And try the right one. Could be, that is switching the virtual gear shift on and off. So this is without virtual gear shift.
Yeah.
And if you press again, you enter the virtual gear shift.
Okay. Cool. And what's that?
It's the N grin boost.
Not
That's the
overboost. Overboost, cool.
So this car comes with 600 horsepower, which is 609 PS. So there's always a little bit difference when you talk about horsepower or PS.
Yeah.
So it's 600 horsepower, and with the grin boost button you can raise it to 640 for I think 20 seconds.
Okay. Cool.
So during a Nürburgring lap, our durability drivers, like they activated for 8 times.
Fantastic. Thank you for explaining that. That's really, really great.
So in another mode, we can use the regen paddles to do gear shifts.
Really? You've nailed it. I just
Launch control.
I've got the Electra R on order for myself, but I only drove the Electra S today for the first time. This cabin is so much better. Just have a bit more going on
Yeah,
here.
you've got the wireless pads at the front.
How am I going to change that? How am I going to
It's already
change?
skiing.
This is one. I presume this one doesn't have a tow bar. You can't put a tow bar on this one.
No, it won't
So
work with a
I
rear
generally do
diffuser.
actually tow with the IONIQ 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1.6 tons.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, not currently, not with this rear bumper.
Right. Harry,
Wholly rear new bumper, front bumper.
IONIQ 5 has just had a
Chassis is
massive
double
upgrade.
welded as well
Really?
to cope with the power and the performance.
Check this out.
It's a 3-second car.
You can actually change gear on this thing or simulate it. And they've changed all the font finally. The current font is just not up to it. Oh god, 60,000, but 601 brake horsepower. Hugs you a bit much better as well. Sorry, seats hug you much better.
Much better.
So
Brand new
much
seat,
better.
brand new wheel for this. It's not lifted out of the 30 or the
Love
20.
that chunk.
Yeah.
What these set them to what you
Feels
want.
nice. So they're all different modes basically. So you can go track mode. Obviously you've got your tacho. You can change that for speedo.
Right.
Obviously different levels of regen or full auto regen.
Yeah. What's an NGB?
So that's your N grin button. So it's basically grin boost. So that'll
Okay.
give you the extra
Got it.
40 newton meters.
I feel like they could have done something better than the stalk. That not my favourite part of the car, but at least it's there, I suppose.
Yeah.
Pedals
Legs like me.
Yeah, it's not my favourite bit of it. But this is so much better. This is much better.
Yeah, you have to work all this, don't you?
Yeah.
So if you look at it in, so you literally get different tracks.
Right.
It's got clever software, so if you do take it on a track, it will map the track.
Really?
And it will let you know how much battery you use per lap. So you can do 8 laps, 10 laps, or no laps, and need to go down the
I just saw them doing donuts in it.
That's right, yeah, drift mode, launch control. It's got twin electronic differential.
So this is far beyond the EV6 GT then, you think?
It's 84 kilowatt battery as well, so it's a bigger battery. Yeah, it's tiny.
It is a serious bit of kit. I love it. I was looking forward to seeing it. You've literally unveiled it today, haven't you?
Literally 1:30 today. You're a world launch. You're one of the first people to even.
I'll go live on Instagram.
Yeah. Seriously, you'll be one of the first few on Insta that'll be that.
No way.
For the actual gold car we sell, that's what we do. So we listen to fans, to car enthusiasts, and then we talked a lot about what goes into the car.